Hi, CCIRA members and leaders. This is our quick guide on making a webinar. So the first thing that you're going to do, let me share my screen so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, and head to my browser. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to do is head to YouTube. So when you're on the home page of YouTube, you can see here on the right that I am signed in. Okay. If you're not signed into a Google account, you will see a green sign in button here. So you just need to sign into a Google account. You can create one very quickly if you don't have one. That's where you're going to go to create your, you have to be logged into an account to create your video. The next thing that you're going to do is go to the left. So you see a menu over here, okay, and you're going to hit My Channel. And after that, it gets a little bit clunky and complicated. So that's why it's handy to have this video as a reminder, so you can go back and watch it again when you're trying to create your webinar. So once you've clicked that, you're actually going to go to the right from this home button, and you see where it says Video Manager. Okay, that Video Manager is actually where we want to head, and we're still not there yet. So below where it says Red Video Manager, we're going to open up this live streaming menu, and we're going to choose Events. Okay, now this is where I have to stop showing you my live actions and show you some screenshots, because I cannot host two videos at the same time. So I'm actually using this right now to present to you guys. So you can see hosting a webinar, a guide for local councils. So it's got my video that I'm making, but you guys would go to new live event, okay? And once you've done that, you are going to see, oh, come on thing, doesn't want to minimize. Gotta have technical difficulties while you're trying to share a video. All right. So you are going to go to, so once you've clicked new live event, you're going to see something like this. So there's a place to put in your title. You can describe what your video is about, put some tags in so people can find it if you'd like. You can choose to make it public, or you can make it unlisted, so only the people you want to see it can find it. But you do want to use this quick using Google Hangouts on air option. Okay, just the easiest way to go about it. Okay, so you're going to make sure that that's selected, and you're going to hit Go Live Now. When you hit Go Live Now, it's going to open up a Google Hangout. Okay, Google Hangouts looks something like this. Okay, and I'm going to draw on it a little bit. Okay, so first thing you can pay attention to, there's this lovely settings wheel there. Okay, the settings wheel opens up another window. I'll show you that in a second after I talk about a couple of our other menu features. Okay, the other things we want to pay attention to, okay, this little person with the plus, that's how I am going to invite my guest speaker. So I'd click that button, and it just gives me the option to put in an email. Okay, so whoever my guest speaker is, they know I'm going to invite them to a Google Hangout. They're all ready to go. They know what time. I recommend inviting them a little bit before your webinar is going to start so that they're ready to go. And so as soon as I've invited them into the webinar, I will turn it over to them. So if you look down here where I've circled the U, okay, there will probably be a little video of you when you start your thing. You can see this is actually when it's off air. There's a percentage when it's loading, and it eventually gives you a start webinar button. So, or not start webinar, but start your video. So you would click start. Your person who's joined you, they're going to have another little box. So it's going to have you. It's going to have your presenter. Okay, and that's really good handwriting on there. It's great writing on a screen. So your presenter, you can just click this. Okay, so if you click that box, it will turn the video over to them. Then what I recommend is that you use this lovely little microphone and mute yourself. Okay, so you don't want to be making noise that's going to get in the way of your presenter. Okay, you can also turn the video of yourself off if you would like. Last but not least, we're going to go back to that settings option. One more thing before I move on. Okay, you do want to make sure that you choose to allow, okay, just so you can introduce your guest speaker. So you do want to be able to talk and introduce that speaker. So make sure you allow the use of your camera and microphone, and make sure you're on a device that at least has a microphone. Doesn't need to have a camera, but the microphone is kind of a necessity. Okay, so then the next thing, like I said, you can click on those settings. When you click on settings, something like this is going to pop up. This is important to keep in mind because some of your devices may have more than one camera or more than one microphone. So just knowing where to go to edit those. Like I'm on my tablet right now, so I have to change it to my front camera. It frequently defaults to the back camera. And then you guys would see a video of my table, which is not what you want to do. This is also good to know in case your presenter is not particularly familiar with Google Hangouts, so that you can help them troubleshoot and get to that location. So they're just going to hit the little gear wheel, and that's going to open up this menu where you can change the camera, okay? And then save your options when you're done. Okay, all of those things can be done before you actually make your video go live. Okay, so it's very faint here. I don't know if you can see it, but it actually has a green start broadcast option kind of hiding behind my menu at this point because it's all loaded. So that's something that you can use. All right, so now we've looked at those. Important thing before you get in too far, make sure that you're using Chrome as your browser, okay? You can see there are some problems with Firefox in particular. They've got this Firefox ESR that I've covered up, okay? I tried to use that to see if I could run 2 different Hangouts and show you all of this live, but that Firefox ESR did not actually let me start a Google Hangout. So you can try these other browsers, but I can verify it works quite nicely in Google Chrome, okay? Since Hangouts is a Google function, I would recommend using a Chrome browser when you do a webinar. So that's one little tidbit. Let's see. I think we have gone through most of those things. So we're going to go back to YouTube and go over some of the details there. So one thing you want to know about, okay, you've got this control room. So I can go to my live control room, okay, and it tells you a little bit of data about my event, okay. And it's got this live chat window. So this is actually what you want your participants to use. So you don't want to invite them to the Google Hangout. That's just for the host and for your presenter. Instead, you can share a link with your viewers, with your audience. Okay. And I know there's a handy way to find that, and I'm not seeing it right now. I think Video Manager, maybe. Ooh. Okay, we'll go back to the live streaming events. Okay, I think, who knows? I know I've looked it up before. It doesn't really matter because we can click on this, okay? It doesn't matter. Other places you can find this link, but you're gonna click on here. So go ahead and click that. I've looked it up before. Okay, I had to pause it for a second. You'll notice, it's the live event now. So people can start chatting and ask questions. So they might ask your presenter a question. And this is where your presenter is in your Google Hangout, okay? But your viewers are going to be in YouTube. So they're in two different places. So this is where you as a moderator come in handy, okay? So you're actually going to pay attention to these questions, and as needed, you know, during moments when there's a good pause or maybe at the end, then you're going to read those questions to your presenter, okay? So just so that you know, this has a much higher limit on it, okay? It doesn't limit how many people can go here to the live event, so as many people as you want can see it, and they can ask up to 200 questions or make up to 200 comments. So that's really helpful, whereas when you're in the Google Hangout, okay, it's very limited, okay? You don't have a lot of people that can go participate in this, okay? Okay, come on, stop. It doesn't want to stop screen sharing. Sometimes my pen does not like to work as a mouse. So even though I can't stop that, oh, there we go. That is kind of how it works. I hope that made sense to you. You can always contact me with questions if you need to. So let's see if I can write that somewhere on here. I got this nice picture. Okay, so if you need to ask me, you can't see that because I didn't share that. Obviously, this takes a little practice. It's not something I do a ton of the time. Okay, share this again. So if you need to contact me for some questions, okay, you can do that by emailing me at molly.rauh, R-A-U-H, @gmail.com, and I can troubleshoot and help you with whatever you might need help with. So feel free. I'd love to help you guys make sure that you can get some webinars up and running. And I hope that was helpful. Good luck with your future webinars. Have a great rest of your year. And then I have to figure out, I don't really have to figure out how to stop this video. I just need to get to the right window. So have a great night. Maybe stop. And again, the mouse problem. Problems with tablets. Come on, button.